BOLDR Venture Rally Wells Junior. It's a rally style watch with a chronograph and tachymeter. It's a 38mm titanium case. It's 200-meter water resistance with a screw down crown. It's got a Seiko VK64 mecha quartz movement, and the cost is £250 on the BOLDR website. So let's have a look at the chronograph. And so the top pusher, if you press that, that will start the chronograph, and the yellow second hand will go around, and the dial on the left is the minute hand, and there's 60 minutes. So let's just press that and start that one off. There we go. I think the downside of the 60 minutes is quite difficult to see that, but as that second hand goes around, the minute mark doesn't just flick across when the hand goes round, it actually gradually moves across. The dial on the left actually is sort of where you are in the 24 hours. So at the minute we're 1 o'clock, and 12 at the bottom is 12 noon, and 12 at the top is 24 at the top is 12 midnight. So if I stop that one, and I can start it again as well, the top pusher, I stop him again, and you can see as well it's got a nice smooth sweep like an automatic. So it is a mecha quartz, so you've got the accuracy of the quartz, but you've got that nice look. So if I press the bottom pusher, it will again look like an automatic. It will flick it back to the top, and then we go straight away. And where a lot of other quartz that aren't mecha quartz, they slowly sort of go back. It's quite nice. The other thing you can actually use it for, as well as just a chronograph, is a running second hand, which works quite well in this watch because there isn't a running time second hand, so it does actually look like an automatic. And the third use is the tachymeter. So in the black around the outside is the tachymeter scale, and if I press that, and then we can have a task. So it could be that you're putting something in an envelope, sealing the envelope and putting a stamp on. So let's pretend we're doing that. So we're going to start that off, and we are now just putting something in the envelope. We are sealing the envelope. I'm getting the stamp out. I'm licking the stamp, putting the stamp on, and putting the envelope where I want to go, and that's all done. So now I can stop that, and now if we just get that, zoom in a little bit, you can see that is 240. Let's just move that on slightly. Now we know it's that on that one, just to see it. So yeah, that is definitely 240. So that basically means that you will do 240 of them in an hour. So if you sort of stuck at that and kept the pace and everything, that'd be 240 in an hour. So that can be useful. So let's just wind that one back. And then I'm just going to have a look at straps, and you can see the strap it come on as this NATO. It's the black with the yellow, which obviously matches that, and that's the one. It's also got the hardware to match the finish on the watch case. I tend to just put them through single. To be honest, I quite often cut these bits off, but if it fits okay as it is, what I do is put it on, and then it's quite hard to do on camera, but put it through that to start with, and it's an extra safety thing in case one of the pins comes off. You can put that on first, put it on. It's really difficult to do on camera. Put it on there, and fold that over. And there we go. Look, so that's the strap it comes on. You can see when I wear NATOs, don't like all these little flappy bits that people fold over bits, so all that is nicely at the back, and normally would tuck that under there as well. Just done that quick for the camera. So that's the one it come on, and I think that one works really well. NATO is particularly good to wear at the minute. We've got a heat wave in the UK, so that's a really good sort of strap. Wearing quite a lot at the minute. So that's the one it came with. Let's just take that one off. Now the good thing about NATO straps is that you can very quickly pull them off and swap them. Now this strap is a rubber NATO. It came this morning, it's only just arrived, not even tried it on yet. Make sure I've got it the right way around. Yeah. Now the reason I wanted a rubber NATO was because I do, like to go in the water quite a lot, the sea and lakes and things, swimming and kayaking and surfing and things like that. So I'm thinking the grey will match the grey dial colour. It's quite tight to put that back through, there we go. But it will, good thing about that is it will be nice and secure once I put it in. And I like the fact it's got two there, plenty for it to go through and not keep flapping around and things, especially when you're sort of in water and things. And so that is the grey sort of silicone rubber NATO strap, and that's great because you can just quickly swap and then you're ready to go in the water. So I quite like these rubber NATOs, and I think that grey works really well. So next I'm going to try this strap that I already got. This is a Christopher Ward strap. It's a fabric with a leather back. Really good strap. Can change the hardware to match, but I think the black looks absolutely fine on the black strap. So what I'm going to do is just take this one off and okay, so that's nice and tight when it's on. That's really nice. There we go. I again like that strap. I think that one works really well. Watches the sort of black on the dial, the hands, and the chapter wing where the tachymeter is. There's a little bit on that left sub dial as well. Yep, they are excellent straps, these nylon Chris Ward. I don't think they quite make them like this anymore. And finally, another one that came today, let me just show you that one, is this one. It's a sort of almost like the Amiga one, the Olympic themed yellow rally style strap. So again, I haven't tried that on, that's just come today. So let's have a look at that one. Again now, because it's so awkward to get there, that the drilled lugs are really useful. Press it in that one, and that's absolutely perfect. And the same with that one. And there we go. So that's so much easier with those drilled lugs really coming into effect. So that's definitely a big plus for this. And there you go. This is the yellow rally style, which is a bit like the sort of Olympic themed one, and I think that looks really good. So let's have a look at what that one looks like on the wrist. So for positives, I think the Seiko Mecha Quartz is a really good movement for this watch. It's a pick up and go quartz. It's reliable because it's quartz. It's accurate. But being a Mecha Quartz, you've also got the Chronograph, which has got a nice sweeping hand. You can actually use that sweeping hand as a running second hand because it has no separate running second hand. So, a great movement for this watch. And I think the fact that they actually used a yellow hand to match the yellow elsewhere on the watch, I think is a really nice touch as well on that one. The case itself, good size, lightweight, titanium, and 200 water resistance. And also with the case, I think the drilled lugs are really good. You can see from the video that it does fit other straps, so really quick and easy to change straps. So I think that's ideal. I think also for a rally watch, I think the Loom is really good. It's actually two colours and long lasting. It's very unusual to even get Loom on this style of watch. So I think negatives to this one is the 60-minute sub dial for the chronograph is difficult to read. I think most automatic watches have 30-minute, which is a lot easier to read. And I think the other thing with the chronograph is that it does stop after an hour, where if it wasn't this sort of, if the movement was a little bit different, you've got the advantage that you can use the hour hand on the watch itself to keep track of hours. And along with the 60-minute sub dial, you could keep track of hours and minutes, but that isn't the case on this watch. And I think the final thing is the actual case back is really basic, and a lot of the BOLDR watches have got really nice artwork. So well done, BOLDR. Another great watch in the very popular Venture range, and I think this gives a bit of colour to the Venture Rally. We've got a white one, which is a sort of panda. Got an all black one, and then this one, the grey dial and the bits of yellow just gives that pop and allows matching with a bit of yellow on the strap, and I think is a really good summer watch as well.